Well, let me just focus on what I got to do here, and then I'll catch you when I'm all done.
Well, that's what I meant. I thought I was going to leave you
The clicker?
and it's in the house.
No worries. You got it. Okay, we are at 529 11th Avenue West in Kirkland, and we are in, move that, we are in a detached garage that has a secondary unit above it, and that unit has a waistline opening. The waistlines of this property go north out to the street, and that is what we are going to hope to do, is run from this detached garage with the studio unit above it and go out to 11th West, and with that we will have our sewer scope report. So our line is in, and we are going to advance. Right now our line is in essence running north, and it's going out of this unit, and then it is going to go and connect to the waistlines of the home. So as we move forward, we're going to see what we've got. So we are in an ABS black plastic waistline here inside the garage, and from here we instantly connected to a green waistline, and that green waistline running north along the west side of the house. Got a little bit of standing water here. We're going to duck under, come in contact with some debris. So we are in essence running uphill in this waistline. Looking for it to come out. And here we have come out of that. We have transitioned to a different type of a medium here, so I'm going to back up my line just a hair. And I think I'm going to see if we can identify where that transition is. Okay, so here's where our low spot begins at roughly 28 feet. We're going to snap a quick photo of that. Now we're going to advance from 28 feet through this low spot. To about 45 feet, which is where we come out of it. Now, we have transitioned somewhere in there from a green plastic waistline to a white plastic waistline. We don't know where that transition is because we were underwater. So as we advance, we're going to follow our water, continuing to go north. We're at 73 feet here. We're going to make a little bit of a turn. And here we are at about 85 feet. We're going to make another turn. Water is flowing out to the city sewer main, so we're going to... That's going to be acceptable. So here we are at 94 feet. Make another turn. And here we transition into a cast on or a concrete waistline. We are at 96 feet. Get a good look at that transition. It also looks like a serious drop as we're now going more downhill in an old concrete waistline. Water is still flowing. so we're out about 120 feet. We're dropping down a hole. If we can't get our line to do that. Okay. What's happening here? Well, we can see that we are making a turn and dropping. My camera's being a little difficult. Let's see if we can get lucky. We don't seem to be able to follow this turn. Well, we just keep hitting that turn in the line. Well, okay, so this is at about 120 feet where we are located. Around out here so we can mark it. I'll be back in a moment. Well, we have gone out into the turn in the waistline is, and it is in the street, and so what that means is that we are probably within 4 to 10 feet of the city sewer main. So there's no challenge there other than we weren't able to get to the city sewer main. We're going to retract our line, get a good look at everything. We've seen no root intrusions. We've seen no challenges with the line, but we do have a low spot, but that low spot is not inhibiting flow. So low spots are very common, not necessarily a challenge. Where the water is flowing over a joint. So this is a transition, looks like from ABS black plastic to the concrete tile. And here's a transition from at 96 feet from the white plastic waistline to the ABS black plastic waistline to the concrete waistline, and it connects to the city sewer main. We weren't able to get there, but we are within 4 to 10 feet of it. Fantastic, Andrew. We weren't able to get to the city sewer main because we got out into the middle of the street and we're going down, dropping down into a hole, and at that point we're 121 feet from here, and I couldn't make the turn with my camera. So I just kept ramming into more of a 90-degree drop. My camera wouldn't drop down the hole. So we're within 4 to 10 feet of the city sewer main. And everything's clear. So So no root intrusions.
So you got out into the street.
I'm out into the street, and I'm within 4 to 10 feet of the city sewer main. But it's dropping down a hole there, and my camera wouldn't make the turn.
So that you're out in the street already makes it not our problem, right?
You're responsible all the way to the city sewer main connection.
Okay.
Okay, but we can't get there.
Okay. Okay. So 120 feet out. All right, got it.
And I put a green spray paint in the street showing where I got to.
Got it.
Okay, so it's directly out in front of the front left-hand side of the house.
Okay, so I'm gonna run up there and take a picture
Yep,
of that.
no worries.
And then when I come back in, can I turn the water off?
Yep, you can turn it off now. We're out of the line.
Okay.
So there's where we come out of that low spot. We are in a good-sized pipe, and so consequently the low spot isn't necessarily stopping any flow. It's just that it's obscuring our ability to see the lines clearly. Here's that 5-foot transition from the ABS to the green plastic line. And here we are coming out of the sewer.